Hey yo, E-King Fight News. Checking out some headlines, and this one is interesting. Dillian Whyte offers Deontay Wilder solution to Joshua vs. Parker mandatory order. Dillian Whyte, the man who beat Lucas Bum-Ass Brown, says he's got a solution. Okay, what's the solution, Dillian? British heavyweight Dillian Whyte is hoping that WBA will allow him to fight Alexander Povetkin in a final eliminator or even for the regular title. Hey, Dillian Whyte is looking to step in and get an eliminator shot. Interesting, but I would say unlikely. Despite current holder Manuel Char being scheduled to defend against Fresno Kendo. That's right, that's supposed to be for some WBA title as well. Whyte says that he was offered the chance for a championship fight for the championship by the WBA. Should Povetkin be in agreement to sign on for at least a Whyte eliminator, which is why he verbally agreed to a Dillian Whyte fight. You know, from what I understand, he agreed to fight Dillian Whyte when Whyte knocked out Lucas Brown and Dillian Whyte KO'd David Price. And they brought out Dillian Whyte like, yeah, and he's like, yeah, he wants to fight you. We found someone that wants to fight you. It's like, holy shit. But let's check this out. Alright, more on this, guys. More on this. Alright, so apparently Dillian Whyte is still interested in fighting Povetkin, but Povetkin needs to sign on and say, you know what? Final eliminator. I'll fight you, Dillian Whyte. And the problem is he really doesn't have to. He really doesn't have to. And number two, man, Eddie Hearn, I have a feeling Eddie Hearn wants Anthony Joshua to fight Povetkin to stall out the wall. Like, I'm not sure if Eddie Hearn really wants to make this fight happen. I mean, there's been a lot of talk, there's been a lot of banter back and forth in the media, but there hasn't been legitimate negotiations. I mean, literally, Eddie Hearn pulled a PR stunt to have a morning breakfast with fucking Al Heyman and I think Shelly Finkel or some shit. Like a morning breakfast. And in New York, because he was in New York dealing with Danny Jacobs. And it was like a giant PR stunt. He went in there and everyone thought something might come out of it, and nothing came out of it. So I would like to see Eddie Hearn legitimately offer Deontay Wilder something. Whether it's a fight with Dillian Whyte, whether it's a fight with Anthony Joshua. I mean, make an offer. He knows he's got to make the offer. Especially if you want Wilder to come over to the UK. It's very simple. You know what? I think the big myth behind this fight as well is Joshua should fight in the US at least once. It's so unnecessary. One, you risk Joshua not looking impressive or potentially losing in the US against whatever opponent he may face. And number two, Deontay Wilder will sell the fight in the US. You don't have to worry about that shit. Wilder will sell the fight in the US. Like, that's the dynamic behind this fight. Wilder is the A side in the US, and Joshua is the A side in the UK. So, at the end of the day, millions of dollars are being made. Millions. I mean, it's the same deal that happened with Ricky Hatton and Floyd Mayweather, right? Ricky Hatton, he's the A side in the UK. Floyd's the A side in the US. Very simple, right? I mean, I don't expect Anthony Joshua to be able to head over to Madison Square Garden and sell out. Would you guys expect that? No, not at all. I don't expect that. but it is what it is. So right now, Dillian Whyte, he's got a lot of options. Kubrat Pulev is one of the options for an IBF eliminator. You know, Povetkin would be a final eliminator, but I'm not sure if Povetkin is legitimately on the table. Team Povetkin have since backed out of that whole potential fight with Dillian Whyte. Team Povetkin wants no parts of it, so I have to assume Povetkin is off the books. So Dillian Whyte has Kubrat Pulev, or he's got Deontay Wilder. Like legitimate options, Kubrat Pulev or Deontay Wilder. So what do you guys think? Will Eddie Hearn make Wilder that offer? That's all. That's really the core of the issue. Eddie Hearn needs to offer Wilder a fight. Wilder needs to accept. E-King Fight News, guys. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Y'all know what it is, man.